So, so just had this haircut from a 75-year-old grandma over here in Issan, Thailand. So the thing is that retiring is not an option for some people, but for those for whom retiring is an option, this video is for you, because in today's video I'm going to talk about how it's like to retire over here in Issan, Thailand, in the villages, not in the cities or small towns, but in the villages. So if you don't know, it's nearly been 3 years that I have been living in a Thai village in Issan, Thailand, and I believe as I have been living in a village for a long time, I can now talk about it, about how it's like to live in a village, and is it easy to live and retire in a Thai village over here in Issan, Thailand, and about how the life is overall in general. So yes, without any delay, let's get started with today's video, and let's talk about how it's like to live in a Thai village, especially over here in Issan, Thailand. Now, first thing first, there are various type of villages. Just like there is a difference between cities and towns, there is a big difference among the villages as well. So for comparison, some villages, if they are near towns, they will have a different thing. There would be more people. People would have less land over there. Land would be expensive. Then there are villages like mine that are far from the towns. So for example, my village is 20 kilometers from the nearest town and 60 kilometers from the nearest city, the city of Nakhon Ratchasima. So yes, my village people do have large amount of lands. People do have there are very few people in the village. So yes, it just depends on the village as well. Some villages will have more people and more houses, while some other villages will have very few houses. So when it comes to villages, the location of the village can make a huge difference. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And if you live in a village, probably you are going to live because you are going to have a Thai partner. So you cannot choose which village you are going to live most of the times, because most people I know who move to live in villages move only because they have Thai partners. So that's the reason for moving to a village. So now talking about how it's like to live in a village. So even if a village is have very few people, and even if a village have many people and many houses, in most of the cases it's not going to be too much different about living conditions, because you can still get grocery stores, you can still have a small school, you can still have a small community center and a small temple in the village. So most of the things are going to be same. For many people, the lifestyle is going to be same. So if we look at villages, it's mostly peaceful. There are usually it's way too less crowded. So now talking about the advantages of living in a village. So the first thing is that life in villages are peaceful because there are very few people around. So you can do whatever you want. You can go out jogging. You can just grow your own vegetables in most of the cases, because people will have land in villages. So if you want, you can grow your own vegetables. You can have a lot of fruit trees, like even we do have a lot of fruit trees, not just bananas. We have durian, we have mango, we have custard apple, too many custard apple trees, we have jackfruit trees. So yes, in villages it's way too easy to have fruit trees and grow your own vegetables, and it's peaceful as well. So that's the biggest advantage of living in a village. So the second advantage of living in a village is the community. If you are going to live in a village, most of the people are going to be family friends in the village, or they are going to be family members. So what it means is that in villages, people do have a good community. People do celebrate together. There are functions going around all over the year. Most of the times people do share food. So yes, it's like that. The community in villages are good. People do have a lot of functions. like people take part in marriages. Like it's overall fun compared to cities where people don't usually know each other. Like even in Korat, people don't care too much about each other. Like they won't know who is living next door or something like that if they live in like apartments. But yes, in villages everybody know each other. Most of people are just family members, and they will celebrate together. There would be a lot of functions, there would be a lot of free food. So this makes like gives you a sense of community as well. So now another advantage of living in a village is going to be the cost of living. So believe it or not, the cost of living in villages is way too less compared to the cities. If people do already have their own house and they are growing their own vegetables and fruits, the cost of living comes down significantly. I know people who live off grid over here in villages. People living off grid, having a good lifestyle for way too less money over here in villages. So for me, from my personal experience too, the cost of living in villages is way too cheap compared to cities. You can get free vegetables from neighbors sometimes, from family members. You can you are not tempted to spend money as well if you live in a village. You just sometimes go to like city, buy your groceries, come back to village, and when you are living in village you are less tempted to spend the money. So that's what brings down the cost of living as well. So for me, villages do offer an economical lifestyle for many retirees who want to live in a village. So the only problem is going to be if your Thai partner already have a house or not. If she already have a house, you can just simply live. It's easy that way. But if she doesn't have a house, in most cases a foreigner may have to construct a house, which is all right if the relationship is good. Many people do live a happy life after constructing a house in their Thai partner's village. Many people do advise against it, and there is a good reason for that, which I will talk in the disadvantages now. Now talking about the disadvantages. Now some people may feel lonely after a period of time if they live in a village. Like the thing is that even though there is things to do in villages, people can go out, grow vegetables, look after plants, do something, but it's not for everybody. Not everybody likes to do the same kind of things. Not everyone is interested in gardening, I believe, which is normal thing as well. So yes, so for some people it starts to get boring after a while, trust me, because if in village your Thai partner is the only one who can communicate with you in English, and you cannot communicate with other people, sometimes it do starts to get, yes, for some people after a while it starts to get boring. When somebody moves into a village and he is new, people do like give attention, but after a while if somebody is living for a long time, people starts to give less attention and everything, and after a while it starts to get boring to live in a village for many people, due to like lack of communication and inability to make Thai friends due to it. So yes, that's one of the disadvantage for many people who retire in villages. And now a second thing is going to be the lack of foreigners in a village. Like for me, I am the only foreigner in many villages nearby, and before there used to be a foreigner in some village, and that village used to be known because of that foreigner. Like people will call that village Phalang village. So it's sometimes it's that rare to have a foreigner in a village that a whole village would be known due to a foreigner. So for me also, like I am the only foreigner in all of the villages nearby. So sometimes if you like to talk to your own countrymen, which people do like, many people sometimes they just want to like talk to their own countrymen, because the thing is that you cannot feel the same connection with people who have grown watching things different than yours. Like I have grown up watching Hollywood movies, too many of them. So I would feel close to somebody who has like was the same things like me, who has grown up doing the same things like me. So we will have like talking points, like common talking points. We will have fun talking. So yes, sometimes you miss that thing when you live in a village. You cannot have somebody to share the same interests like you, same top. You cannot talk the same topics with them. So overall, it kind of feels sometimes for many foreigners, it kind of feels like it's hard. So this thing also can be hard for some foreigners, not for everybody. And finally, the last disadvantage is going to be running out of love. So some foreigners do run out of love with their Thai partner. It's kind of normal. Like people do decide to go in a relationship, or we can call it situationship for some reasons. And when those things don't turn out to be the way they want it to be, they start to run out of love, which is way too normal thing. And sometimes it's more common in international couples, and especially if there is like age gap is involved. So what happens is that after a while people do start to fall out of love. And if somebody is living in a village and his or her Thai partner is not good to them, then they can start to feel like alone. Like let's imagine if somebody is like 60 years old and he married like somebody who is like 35 years old, and they are living in a village, and he can only communicate with the Thai partner. But now the Thai partner and he does not have a good relationship. They are not on good talking terms. So it's normal to feel alone. So I guess this is one of the biggest disadvantage for me, and this is also one of the reason why people advise not to construct a house in a village way too fast. Like if you just got into a relationship and you constructed like a big house, this is something people don't advise for, because you don't know if you will fall out of love or not. So yes, this is one of the biggest disadvantages that I feel people also know who live over here, that this is the biggest disadvantage of living in a village. Like if you invested too much in a village, and now you cannot be good with your Thai partner. Doesn't matter if the house is on your name, if you have constructed the house after taking a lease of 30 years or not. It's kind of hard to live in a village if you are not on good talking terms with your Thai partner, because most of the people in village are going to be her relatives or her friends. So it's not going to be easy to live in a village surrounded by your ex's family members. I know some people go into legal terms and say it's not a problem, you can lease on your name, you can make these documents that will prevent anybody from kicking you out of the house. But in reality, it's not about legality, it's about if somebody would be able to live in a village surrounded by his or her ex's family members. That's the point. So yeah, just wanted to talk about these good and bad points about retiring or living in a village in this quick video. And I hope that you found this video informative if you are looking to retire in a village. So village life is awesome, it's peaceful. You can live a good enough lifestyle in a village for way too less money. And most of the villages are not too far from the local towns. So if you go to your local town, you can get the groceries. And most of the villages do have oil stations, like small shops selling oil. There are a lot of grocery stores in many villages. Like our village do have 4 grocery stores, even though our village is way too small. Like we do have less than 100 houses. So yes, you will find almost all of the grocery items in the villages. You will find oil for your scooter or car as well. You will find gasoline easy. So Yes, villages are not that bad. Sometimes the roads can be bad, uh, and sometimes electricity can go out, sometimes water can go out. But I believe these are the things that can be managed. And yes, water do go out sometimes in villages, electricity do go out as well, but I see them like a small thing in the big scheme of things, because even if like water go out for a few hours, it's not a big thing. Electricity going out for a few hours, it's not that big thing. It's way too small. That's why I didn't mention it in the points, but I'm mentioning them in the conclusion part, to give you an idea about this as well. But anyway, I will end this video over here, and I hope if you are looking to retire in a village, you get to retire in a good village, and you get to live a good lifestyle over here in Thailand. But now, for now, I will end this video over here. Have a good day ahead. I will see you in the next video. Till then, peace.